warehouses registered under PBC must not be used by another company for storage, grading, sealing, or processing of cocoa. We also have in our hands receipts that actually shows that some of the sealings were done at the PBC warehouses belonging to Atlas Commodities Limited. These cocoa were found at the warehouses belonging to PBC, but the sealings are sealings for Atlas Commodities Limited. And these are some of the sealings that we found at the PBC warehouses. In fact, these are documents that have also been lodged with the Kajabi police station, a report or a complaint that was made by the officers of PBC. In fact, we went further to ask for photos or photographs of some of the cocos that were sealed with the tags of Atlas Commodities, just so we could be sure that indeed these cocoa were found at the warehouses of PBC. In fact, these are some of the pictures of the cocoa that were found at the warehouses of the PBC, which PBC is not happy about. PBC, of course, works with Cocoa Board, or if you like, it is under Cocoa Board. Reports further indicate that these alleged activities may be taking place in parts of Central Region, Eastern Region, and Volta regions, raising concerns about the scope of the operations. There are also troubling reports that some PBC workers reportedly have not been paid for extended periods, at least for a period of 1 year. The reason why PBC workers are not paid is that when government gets the money, it does not give the money to PBC to go and buy cocoa, so that government will be able to get some margins off it. If you get margins, that is when you'll be able to get money to be able to pay your workers. Now PBC is starved, is deprived with resources that will allow them to be able to operate, and those monies are given to LBCs. LBCs, a chunk of it belong to Dr. Atoforsen or Mr. Atoforsen, who is the Deputy Chief Executive of Cocoa Board. The bigger question is, Ato Boateng, at the time when Cocoa Board is reportedly struggling to meet financial obligations to cocoa farmers, the perception that private commercial activities may be thriving within the regulated space under questionable circumstances, which is deeply troubling. Cocoa farmers are sacrificing daily to sustain the economy. Regulatory leadership must not create even the appearance of benefiting from the same system they supervise. You cannot benefit from the same system that you yourself are supervising. You cannot create a system whereby you will deprive the state from operating to be able to earn margins, to be able to give to the state, so that the state can also pay its workers, and direct or indirectly siphon those monies into the pockets of an individual. Which individual is Mr. Ato Boateng? As a minority, we demand the following. We demand a full criminal investigation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. We demand a constitutional conflict of interest determination by SHRAJ. We also demand a forensic audit of warehouse registrations and cocoa movement records. The minority is also demanding for a full disclosure from Cocoa Board, national security, and relevant authorities. We are also demanding that action in accordance with the law if wrongdoing is established. If there is no wrongdoing, investigation will clear the air. But if wrongdoing is confirmed, accountability must follow. Cocoa is too important to Ghana's rural economy to allow regulatory compromise. The farmers deserve protection. The nation deserves transparency. The Constitution demands compliance. The minority is also demanding a compensation that will have to be paid by Atlas Commodities Limited to the PBCs, because they have used the warehouses of PBCs, warehouses belonging to PBC, to operate and make margins or make profit, denying or depriving the state from those resources. We will pursue this matter until the truth is fully established. Thank you so much for coming. I think so. Me tree so kakra ka ho. Ti ba ma me time be 5 minutes bi ma tree no so aka ho. Madaroma ene anopai me frem wo ha enye bone. Ye na ni tua de asi wo cocoa sector. Na de asi wo cocoa sector no e ya asefem e ya de a enhyeda emmoa oman na ebo oman so. Na de ama anopai minority ye ni abre bebre ene se. Ye de enka bi nhemu ana enya ntie from a report a PBC for akwakoye e wo Kajebi police station. Ye ka PBC omo ya ban dwumaku a omo hye cocoa board ase. Ana ye wo LBC for so omo so ye ankrankra dwumaku a omo so ye omo dwuma e wo cocoa board and say in the cocoa sector. This aban wo sika so obeto cocoa a ne nyansam mu no ye de ma PBC because I know the omo ya aban dwumaku. Omo na wo warehouses across the country omo timi edi omo dwumadie. Na se bi ka na se aban so se LBC no so e bi bom ho mode a ye de se sika ni bi so di ama wo mo. Na sisi am no ka se de wo hwe cocoa board ni omo dwumadie omo di a eya kwa se PBC de omo ya gu no PBC for ye ma omo sika ni bi PBC na no ne aban dwumaku o se nke di sika no ma omo no mo to cocoa no mo nya mfaso no de bo aman no no mo timi tua eye PBC for ka no omo ni se sika no ye mfa se sika ne ma wo mo na mom no opanyi bi a owo cocoa board oye deputy CEO in charge of finance and administration the company ye friend Atlas Commodities Limited ono ne ye di sika ma no cocoa board di sika ma no so won fan to cocoa ye deprive eye PBC for se sika no ono ni to cocoa no a ono so oni warehouses no odi license a also ye de oye odi dwumadie no e wo sa district ama wo boni din Kajebi ni Jasikan na okosa district no a o yusu eye aban warehouses PBC warehouses also ko di ye dwuma PBC for di ye dwuma no eno na wo yusu ana wo se nya mfa so wo oman no ho enti sika also nka aban no etumi enya efri eye the industry as far as cocoa ye concern no saa sika ni na ko gu nipa ba ko botom saa nipa ba ko ne Mr. Atoboatin ono na deputy CEO ewo eye cocoa board na samra me no ka say PBC for no bu afu yie enu nti no omukọ eye Kajebi police station ekomeki a police report sa police report no eno na yensa kan ye ne hu se PBC for no person omo kire se omo de omo to cocoa bi anti e den na cocoa begu omo warehouse cocoa na egu warehouse no ceilings e wo hu na ye Atlas Commodities Limited me de ehun foni ni bi e de akremo and since am no ka say no e ya kwa se sa panyin no owo a situation bi mu a constitution e no conflict of interest article 284 of the 1992 constitution or say we ye public officer eni kwan se wo de hu ko gina bia a se gina bia no obi onam kwa ho kran po hu sa de no be ka se ade we de enya de papa eni kwan se ye so won sa se wadi boni bi ansa da bi constitution na nkasa e wose ye chew se ade we de dipa no wa ye sa de no ansa na constitution no e bia woni constitution abo atomra da bi na mom no se nipa eni hunu se ba bia papa yi gina Atlas Commodities no ono na ene dia. In fact, he is the biggest shareholder in it. He is the sole owner anyway. We have BOP documents now. On the sole owner Kasiepa. And the other na obi a company ni odia.